everybody, Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. Battle report number 15 is a 2,000 point battle, and it is I, Lord Tremendous at 1,000 Suns, versus Sex Panther of the World Eaters. Yes, you know him, you love him, Sex Panther and his crazy corn face melters. This is a great game. Yes, he brought his Lord of Skulls, and yes, it's as brutal as you think it's going to be. So sit back, relax, maybe put on a poncho so you don't get any gore on you, and get ready to see how it goes. Here's my list, the 1,000 Sons of Tremendous. My warlord is Ahriman on foot. He's got his black staff, he's got an infernal bolt pistol, and he's got frag and crack grenades. I don't get to choose him, the guy comes standard. Next I got this piece of garbage, my Demon Prince. He's got a couple of apparently nerf-tipped friggin' talons, and his wings that might as well be clipped. Garbage piece of poop. I've got my sorcerer, Jack-o'-lantern. He's in Terminator armor, he's got a force staff, a combo melter, and I believe that is it. Really starting to fall in love with Rubric Marines, so I've got a unit of 10 with 6 Infernal Bolters, 2 Warp Flamers, a Soul Reaper cannon, and the sorcerer has a force staff and an Infernal Bolt pistol. These guys are really badass. Not only do they look cool as hell, but they're really, really good. Brought along a second unit of Rubric Marines. There's 9 in this unit with 7 Infernal Bolters, a Soul Reaper cannon, and the sorcerer has a Force Axe and the Infernal Warp Pistol. Which, had I realized how good the Infernal Warp Pistol was, I think I would have put it on everybody. I did not forget about my Zangors. I got a unit of 15 of them with Auto Pistols, Chain Swords, and an Instrument of Chaos. I love these bird guys. And I brought along my assassins, 5 Scarab Occult Terminators, 3 Infernal Combo Bolters, 4 Power Swords, a Soul Reaper Cannon, the Hellfire Missile Rack, and the Sorcerer has his Force Staff and his Infernal Combo Bolter. Again, this is a very deadly unit. And just because I like him, I've got a Hellbrute. He's got his Multi-Melta, he's got a Hellbrute Fist, and I think I even threw a Combo Bolter inside the fist. Not that it's going to do anything, I just like having Dreadnoughts in the army. And I've brought the model that makes me want to play the army every day, my Renegade Knight, Lord Mother Effin' Tremendous. He's got Titanic feet, a rapid-fire battle cannon, a thermal cannon, and 2 heavy stubbers. I will play this guy in every game I play. I won't play a game under 500 points, because at 500 points, I drop the heavy stubbers off of him and he's 496. I love this guy. He's going to be in every single army. The only reason I don't make him my warlord is because he's going to get shot at a lot and probably die, and I don't want to have to play him safe. You know, this guy is meant to be offensive. I don't know if we've met or not, you know? Anyway, that's it for my list. I'm going to play some more music. I'm going to post my opponent's list. Feel free to pause it whenever you like to see what he took. The mission is Big Guns Never Tire, and really the important part is there are each objective marker is worth 3 victory points, and I believe there's 2? I don't remember. There are 4 objective markers maybe on the table, and each one is worth 3 victory points, and in order to control it, you just have to have the most models within 3 inches of it. However, if one of them is a heavy support within 3 inches, then they control it, regardless of the number of nearby enemy models. Destroy the big guns at the end of the game. You get a victory point for every heavy support unit that's been destroyed. Slay the Warlord, First Blood, Line Breaker. So pretty straightforward. It's got a little bit of a twist, you know, with some of the objectives that you can gain pain, but for the most part, it's Khorne versus Tzeentch. We're going to try to beat each other to death. So Sex Panther had this little booklet of cards with all the different spells and stuff in it. And since he plays Khorne, he was like, do you want to borrow these for this game? I was like, absolutely. I did ask my LGS guy to order some for me, so eventually I'll have cards like these because it was this game that I was introduced to all the new spells that were available to me. I had no idea. So it was pretty exciting. I get to try out new spells this game. Here's deployment, and it was the box one. Basically, you divide the table up into 4 equal sections, 4 corners basically, and then there's a 9-inch bubble in the middle of the table that nobody can deploy in, and that's how you deploy across from each other, and that's how we lined up. Now, he's playing Khorne. And it occurs to me that I've been playing my army kind of stupid and been moving up right onto the deployment line in order to get in range for all my shots. That's dumb. I'm playing friggin' Thousand Sons. We are a ranged army. And I'm not playing to my strengths. And for that, I apologize. So in this battle, I've decided to kind of pull back a little bit. As you can see, my opponent is right up on the line. I'm in the middle. I'm not all the way in the corner because there's still a decent gap, but I've put about 36 to 40 inches between us. And I'm pleased with this. I'm curious to see if it's going to work to my strengths or if I'm just delaying the inevitable just railroading I'm about to receive. So anyway, bottom left, I've got, what's it called? I've got my Rubric Marines inside the ruins with the Demon Prince backing them up so they can re-roll ones they hit. The Zangors make up the middle, and they're going to be a speed bump. I love my Zangors, I really do, but I abuse them. They're going to get railroaded in this, I have no doubt. That's the intention anyway, we'll see what happens. But their job is to slow down the Lord of Skulls so that I can shoot it. I will disengage with them, they can't do anything, and just keep the Lord of Skulls away from everything important so that I can try to kill this thing, because in combat, I don't have a chance against it. Lord Tremendous is behind him. His entire goal in life is to put as many wounds on the Lord of Skulls as he can. Ahriman is in between the unit of Rubric Marines on the bottom and the Zangors. He's hard to see. I think the Demon Prince wings are blocking him. And then up top there, the proxy unit of Rubric Marines are in the ruins right there. Their job is to shoot the Berserkers as quick as possible. And I've got my Hellbrute kind of behind inside the cover of the building to give him a 2-up armor save. And his job is going to be to try to get in there and either take on the Berserkers, because I think he's got a better chance against them than anything else, or just targets of opportunity. Needless to say, my Terminators and Terminator Sorcerer are deep striking, and that's it for deployment. Here's top of 1 after movement, and my opponent got to go first. So I'm already on the back foot. But what can you do? It is what it is. So his weird assault jump pack guys come screaming down 9 inches away from my Rubric Marines, and that does not bode well. There's only 5 of them. I don't know what they do, but my opponent is very confident with them, which makes me pucker a little bit. Because I'm like, oh god, Khorne World Eaters, and they want to get into a fight, and they're probably going to. I'm in trouble. Everything else of his comes forward. Everything else comes forward. As you can see, it just moves forward pretty much as fast as it can, or as far as it can, without advancing, because he wants to shoot where he can. I think the Berserkers on the top there advance. The only exception to that is the Chaos Space Marines on the back left there. They stay because that's where an objective marker is. Honestly, I think my objective marker is over by the proxy unit of Rubric Marines in the top middle, and I don't remember where the other one is at all. I would lie to you, but I just don't feel like it. So that's really it for his movement. He's playing World Eaters, so he doesn't have a Psychic Phase. So we go into shooting, and I believe his Lord of Skulls starts opening up on the Zangors. He knows that I'm putting a speed bump in front of him, and so he decides to try to remove the speed bump with Blunt Force. And he does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Zangors get blasted in the smithereens. I've still got 10 more, so I'm doing alright, but I just hope that he doesn't do too many more, or else my morale check's gonna suck. He did not dedicate all of his shots into the Zangors. He did designate some of his bigger shots into Lord Tremendous, and he hits and he wounds, and he does 6 wounds. Not enough to drop me a bracket, but yeah, good call. Good call. That sucks. The little fly boys, they don't shoot, I'm sorry. I think his Demon Prince has a Warp Bolter, and he shoots at my Rubric Marines and actually is able to drop one. I was both devastated and disappointed, but what can you do? It was a good shot. It's top of one, and we go into the assault phase. They charge the rubrics. I open up with the rubrics, and I miss with everything, because that's the way I roll, baby. Nothing gets through. I don't miss with everything. Just he makes all of his saves, and he makes it into the rubric. So I might not have that unit next turn, which would suck. So in the most epic of friggin' setbacks ever, the Rubric Marines only take 2 wounds. In return, we're able to wound and kill all 5 of those guys. Yeah, I know. I'm glad you're sitting down too. We killed all 5 of them and only lost 2 guys in return. The Dice Gods were on my team. I've got no other excuse. That never should have happened. So with that, here is bottom of 1 after movement, and I'm still reeling a little bit from still having my rubrics at the bottom there. So yeah, the Zangors move up a little bit, not a ton. I just don't want him to if he hits the Zangors, I don't want him to be able to do the 3-inch reconciliation and get into anything else. So the Zangors move up just a little bit. They did pass their morale check, by the way. And Lord Tremendous backs up. Ahriman kind of moves over towards the rubrics on the top there, because I can see the Berserkers coming in, and I want those guys to be able to reroll their invulns if necessary. The Demon Prince and rubrics in the bottom stay put. My Sorcerer Lord and Terminator comes down to start putting wounds on the Demon Prince, because I noticed that I could target him. He's the closest model there. I toyed with sending the Terminator unit after him, but I thought maybe the Sorcerer Lord would be enough. We'll see how that works out. Meanwhile, the Terminators themselves go after the Chaos Space Marines are on the objective, because I don't want him to be able to claim that one. It is an objective-based game. I'm trying to pay more attention to those, so I'm hoping that this helps. I don't know. We'll see if it's a good idea or not. I already know. You're going to find out. But that's it for my movement. During the Psychic phase, I open up with my Sorcerer Lord, and I believe he's able to get 1 smite off. No, I'm sorry. Rubric Sorcerers within 18 inches of the Demon Prince, which was just close enough. I mean, he's literally 18 inches away. And I'm able to get a wound through on him, which was outstanding. Thank you, Smite. The Demon Prince casts it on the Lord of Skulls, because, again, he is within 18 inches, which sucks, but I get Smite off on him, and he takes a wound. He might take a couple. I don't remember exactly. The Demon Prince's one, that one does D3 to D6, but honestly, I think it's might only be 1. It's really hard. It might have been 3. No, it couldn't have been 3. 1 or 2. I don't know. I'm sorry. It really doesn't matter. He did some wounds to him, and life was good. The Sorcerer in this unit of Rubric Marines is able to drop one of the Berserkers, which is really good, because I need to kill as many of those as humanly possible. And then Ahriman kicks into overdrive. I get Prescience off on the Rubric Marines up top, and I get, what's it called? Oh my gosh. The Weaver of Fates off on the Zangors, giving him a 4-up ward. I am very pleased with that. The new spells are neat. I like them a lot. And my Sorcerer Lord casts Smite and gets 2 wounds through on the Demon Prince, so he's got 5 left. That's a good start. He's almost half dead. And then my Sorcerer over here in the Terminators take out one of the Chaos Space Marines. Smite is really fun. We start up the shooting phase, and my rubrics over on the right there open up on these damn Berserkers and kill a decent amount of them. 4 or 5. I don't remember exactly how many, to be perfectly honest, but it was a good amount. As you can see, the unit is seriously smaller. He's got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys left, which means I killed 5. That is some excellent shooting. And then Lord Tremendous opens up on the Lord of Skulls with just everything that he's got. And I don't roll great, but in the end, there's 9 wounds total on this guy. I think he's got 27, 28, so I've got a long way to go, but 9 wounds isn't terrible, and I'll take it. That's all that happens in my shooting phase, though. It's not the best shooting phase I've ever had. Don't assault because I choose life, or whatever the Thousand Suns, the equivalent is, and bring us over here to top of 2 after movement. Needless to say, the World Eaters come screaming forward. Everything comes after me, without exception. The Chaos Space Marines on the left side come after the Terminators, who did, I think, do a little bit to them in shooting. I just forgot to take a picture, I apologize, but the unit does not seem big enough, and nothing clearly happened in this morale phase. The Demon Prince comes after the Sorcerer Lord, because he is pissed. The other unit of Berserkers go after the Rubric Marines on the bottom, and that's not good. The Lord of Skulls comes after the Zangors, and his remaining unit of Rubrics, as well as a Dark Apostle and an Exalted Hero, maybe, come after the Rubrics on top there, which is really, really bad. He does have a Hellbrute that I completely forget about because he puts it over there by the marker that the Chaos Space Marines were after. I completely forget about the Hellbrute, and you'll see where that comes into effect later. But that's it for this particular movement phase. Again, no psychic phase because World Eaters, so we go into shooting, and he these his smaller guns into the Zangors, and actually only does 2 wounds this time. His dice are starting to turn on him a little bit, which is good for me. The rest of his shots from the big guy goes into Lord Tremendous, and he's able to do 4 or 5 more wounds. I can't tell because, like a moron, I stack the damn wound counters on themselves. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more wounds, so I'm sitting at 11, I believe, which is just enough to keep me in the top bracket. Over here, that's Karn over there, right down that alley between the Lord of War and the Ruins, takes a pot shot with his pistol into the Zangors, and being the murderer that he is, kills a guy dead. With that, it is face murdering time. His Berserker guys come into the Rubrics, and I roll out of the box again in this game, needing 6s for Overwatch, killing 4 Berserkers with Overwatch shots. Rubric Marines are the best Marines. Simple as that. The 2 remaining guys make it into combat, which is really, really bad, but it's better that only 2 made it as opposed to 6. Holy crap. The Demon Prince charges Jack-o'-lantern. He does Overwatch. He's not as good as the Rubric Marines, and the Demon Prince makes it in unscathed. The Chaos Space Marines over here attack my Terminators, and I'm able to drop 2 with Overwatch, which is actually really awesome. I guess in the shooting phase, he was able to do a single wound to my Terminators. That's what the wound marker is. And again, I just forgot to take a picture. Sorry, this is a great game. I'm a little distracted. And then the Whirling Dervish of Death, his Lord of Skulls, slams into my Zangors. Not sexy. He does toy with the idea, I think, of sending Karn in, but he was worried because Karn the Betrayer, if he rolls once to hit, which can't be re-rolled, he attacks an enemy unit, or I'm sorry, a friendly unit, which means he would attack his Lord of Skulls, which he didn't want to do. So, you know what? I vaguely recall he may have actually tried to charge anyway, just said to hell with it, but he didn't make it. So, Lord of Skulls makes it into the Zangors, and although that was the plan from the get-go, it still hurts me to give up my Chocobos so easily. So, my opponent's Demon Prince is amazing and rips apart my Sorcerer Lord like he's nothing. He's using the sword, he gets 1 more attack because of Might over Magic and him being Khorne and all that, but damn, I wish my Demon Prince worked half as effective as his does. This combat over here does not go great. I mean, depending on who you're rooting for. I lose 3 Rubric Marines and I'm not able to do anything to his Berserkers. Really sucks, but they're still in there, so I'm hoping. I'm really, really hoping. And again, I'm super glad that only 2 got in as opposed to 6. That unit would have been wiped. The Lord of Skulls attacks the Zangors, and thanks to the 4-up ward save, only 2 die. I rolled like a boss. I don't even mind telling you. I was stupid proud of my guys. The Zangors return attack. They do a couple of wounds, but he makes his saves. Absolutely no problem. Totally understandable. The Zangors aren't supposed to do well there. With combat over, we go into the morale phase, and one of the Berserkers from the unit of what used to be 6 panics and runs away. If he had just rolled 1 higher! Still, I'm very pleased there's only 1 left. Real quick, I don't think I got a picture of it because I keep forgetting about that side. The Terminators, I lose a Terminator, and I think he lost a Chaos Space Marine, and that's it. Nothing else happens. You can kind of see it on the left side in this one, because here we are, bottom of 2 after movement, and... my damn Demon Prince. I said my Demon Prince after his Demon Prince. I'm thinking I'm going to get the charge. He's already got 3 wounds on him. I should be able to finish him. I got 7 friggin' attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, wounding on 3s or 4s, maybe 5s, I don't know. But I should be able to do enough to kill this guy, right? I shouldn't have any trouble with his Demon Prince. We'll see. My Rubrics move up to rapid fire into the Berserkers because I want them dead. The Zangors disengage and fall back so that I can shoot at his Lord of Skulls. The Hellbrute moves up so he can shoot an assault. The Rubrics up top there, they just accept their fate, and Ahriman moves to try to throw some spells at the Lord of Skulls. I need to take this thing down now, because if I don't do it now, it's going to eat my lunch, and that'll be the end of the game. I mean, plain, simple, and to the point. We go into the Psychic phase, and my Terminator Sorcerer kills a Chaos Space Marine, because that's what he gets for dressing like that. The Rubric Sorcerer over here is able to smite the last Berserker off of the unit and murder him dead, which probably just saved 3 Rubric Marines' lives. And then my Rubric Sorcerer over here kills one of the Berserkers, which is good, because I need to take these guys out as soon as possible. My Demon Prince casts his Spite onto the other Demon Prince, putting 2 wounds on him. So that's great. He's only got 3 left. I should be able to take him out with a Demon Prince, no problem. And then we go into shooting. So I unload with my Rubrics into the Berserkers, and as you can see, there's only 4 left, which is absolutely phenomenal. I believe I started off with Lord Tremendous shooting at his Lord of Skulls, and as you can see, there are now 17 wounds on him. I shot really well. So yeah, 6, 12, 17 wounds are on him currently. He's still got 11 left or something like that. I can't remember, but that's a huge number. So I'm very pleased with my shooting phase so far. And now we go into the assault phase. I did a couple more wounds to this guy. I don't remember how. But anyway, the Hellbrute goes in and he gets Overwatch. He takes 5 wounds going in, but he makes it. He does not go BSC, but he makes it, which means Lord Tremendous gets in unscathed. So this is going to be intense. And I'm feeling really ballsy. So the Rubrics go into the Berserkers and Lord Tremendous goes into the other Demon Prince from behind. It's kind of his thing. And mainly because I don't see why not, I send the Rubric Marines into these guys. There are 2 characters, Dark Apostle and I think an Exalted Champion. I know they're probably going to eat my lunch, but I wanted to do it, so I charged, and I made it. No problem. So I kick off combat. I start combat with Lord Tremendous because I want to get my shots in. He does have command points, so I know he can interrupt. Lord Tremendous does a tremendous amount of wounds to him. I think he's got 1 left. I think I do 27 wounds, or I think 27 wounds are total on him after Lord Tremendous's attacks, and so he's got 1 left. And so while my opponent is setting up dice, I wait for a minute to say he's going to interrupt and stuff like that. Unfortunately, my opponent was distracted and I didn't realize that. So I go, okay, I'm going to attack with my Hellbrute, and I was waiting. I didn't want to say, are you going to interrupt or anything like that, because honestly I didn't want him to. Maybe that makes me unethical, but I was like, okay, and I rolled my dice to hit with the Hellbrute, and I rolled my hits, and that's when he goes, no wait, I'm going to interrupt. Well, I've got a policy. If you roll dice, it's too late. I wasn't trying to fast roll or anything, but understandably, my opponent was upset. He was cool about it, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like we kung fu fought or anything like that. But it was just one of those things where it's like, I tried to wait for you, but I'm not going to tell you to interrupt. It would be devastating right now. So my Hellbrute was able to attack and finish off his Lord of Skulls before he could attack. Got lucky. I felt bad about how it went down, but I'm sorry, Sex Panther, I wasn't trying to be a dick. A little karmic justice, his guy does explode. And it goes out like 10 inches. As you can see, it's effing devastating. So I lose 5 Rubric Marines, I lose my Hellbrute, who does not explode, I lose 4 Zangors, Lord Tremendous takes 3 wounds, Ahriman takes 3 wounds, Karn takes 3 wounds, and all of his berserkers die. I think Lord Tremendous is okay. I think he was outside of range. Holy crap. There's what the field looks like after it's all said and done. Oh my god. Just complete middle of the table pretty much cleaned off. That sucked. Here my opponent interrupts the combat and swings at my Demon Prince first, doing 3 wounds to him. My Demon Prince swings back and does just enough. I get like 2 wounds through, which kills this guy. It was only 2 wounds that got through. I'm still not super impressed with the Demon Prince, but, I mean, at least he won this combat. I can take some pride in that. In this combat over here, I immediately have regrets. I lose a Rubric Marine, and I do nothing to either of these characters. I don't know what I was thinking. Over here, my Terminators are able to drop a Chaos Space Marine. I take nothing in return. It's a slow grind, but it's looking like the Terminators are going to gain the upper hand here. I'm very pleased. In the morale phase, my remaining Rubrics have had enough of this fight and run away. Can't blame them after more than half the unit got wiped by an explosion from a Lord of Skulls. That had to be terrifying. So here's top of 3 after movement. Wow, was bottom of 2 busy. And here's where I was talking about the Hellbrute comes screaming around the side. I'm like, oh no, I literally like, oh crap, I forgot all about the Hellbrute. So yeah, what I thought was my Terminator's gonna finish off the Chaos Space Marines and have an easy time just holding that objective. Here comes the screaming, whirling dervish of death that is the Hellbrute, and I've got nothing to support my Terminators. They're screwed. Oh no. So yeah, well played by my opponent. Completely forgot that guy was there. I couldn't see him. Other than that, there really is no movement. There is nothing happens in shooting. There's nothing. I think only the Hellbrute had a shot, and there was nothing. So Karn charges into the Rubric Marines, and I forgot Karn's whole story before this happened, so I don't realize just how bad this is yet. The Hellbrute goes screaming into my Terminators, and we do the combat. As you can see, 2 of the Terminators are dead forever. 2 of the Space Marines are also dead forever, and the Hellbrute is perfectly fine. I did not get the better end of this deal. Over here, 4 of my Rubrics die, but Karn does 3 wounds to the Exalted Sorcerer. Or to the Exalted Champion next to him. I had nothing to do with that. However, my Force Axe wielding Sorcerer was able to put 2 wounds through on his Dark Apostle, and that was awesome. So, although my Rubrics are all super screwed, this was a cool combat, and that's why they call him Karn the Betrayer, because he will stab his own guys in the face. In the morale phase, my Rubric Marine Sorcerer that's in combat with 3 characters thinks better of the situation and runs away. I don't blame him even for a second. It was really stupid for me to put him in that combat. This brings us to bottom of 3 after movement, and I send Lord Tremendous up the middle to go after the characters. He's the only thing I got left that's really going to answer to him. I can't shoot at the Hellbrute. I'm not going to disengage the Terminators because I just don't feel like that's going to be useful at all. And Ahriman backs up a little bit. I want to control the objective, but at the same time I don't want to get easy charged by anything. That's really it for movement. We measure very carefully to determine who's the closest, and it's Karn. Ahriman gets Smite off on him and kills off Karn. That's huge. And I gotta be honest with you, I think the Exalted Sorcerer and Dark Apostle are very happy that he did so. Next, I get Prescience off on himself to give him a 3-up ward, because I think he's probably gonna need it. I'm sorry, Prescience was the +1 to hit. This is Weaver of Fates. This is what gives him the 3-up ward. I'm sorry, I got him all confused. We go over to the shooting phase, and everything Lord Tremendous has to be concentrated on the Exalted hero, because that's all I've got. You have to call your shots, you can't wait to see, so I unload everything into him, and I'm able to kill him. Didn't require all the shots, but, we threw the massive damage at him because, screw him in particular. We go into the assault phase, and I send my Demon Prince in. I thought I took 3 wounds. I guess I didn't. I apologize. Demon Prince is actually doing okay this game, but This is where it's important. This is what I really need him to do. Let's see what happens over here. It's kinda even. The Hellbrute takes 4 wounds. Lord Tremendous, the Demon Prince takes 6. And my Terminators ignore the remaining Chaos Space Marine to try to take out the Hellbrute and do nothing to him. My Demon Prince, I'm just so unimpressed with him. I'm sorry. I want to like him. It's just, he doesn't do anything to make me like him. I don't know. Here's top before after movement, and I don't really think there's a ton. His character in the top right there comes after Ahriman, and that's it. Everything else he has is deader in combat. There's no psychic and no shooting phase. We go straight into assault, and his Dark Apostle makes it into Ahriman, no problem. I do Overwatch, and it doesn't work. We do this combat, and my Demon Prince dies. I mean, just absolute waste of points. It's really a shame. I wanted the Demon Prince to be part of the army. The Terminators do what they can, which is absolutely nothing, and we're stuck in combat. God, I wish I didn't bring the Demon Prince. But, in combat here, my opponent can't get past my ward save. Weaver of Fates is amazing. I make all my saves, and I swing back with the Black Staff of Ahriman. 1 gets through, and the Dark Apostle dies. Somewhere Khorne is roaring in fury, and I'm okay with that. I don't worship the psychopath. Nothing happens in morale phase, so here's bottom of 4 after movement, and Lord Tremendous comes shuffling over to where the Hellbrute is. I gotta kill him. The 2 Terminators fall back, and I'm gonna try to kill this Hellbrute before it can kill everything else that I have. Ahriman stays on the objective because he's done his job, and I believe my Zangor? Do I still have a Zangor left? He might be in the ruins in the bottom, just I've forgotten about. I don't even know if there's an objective down there for him to capture. But yeah, I might have a Zangor left. And yeah, that's it for movement. In the Psychic phase, my Sorcerer is closest to the Chaos Space Marine and is able to smite the last guy to death, which is awesome. Gets me the kill point. Not that we're playing for kill points, but you know what I mean. And we come over here to top of 5. Lord Tremendous did unload on the Hellbrute and miss with everything. I'm at the point now where I need 5s to hit, and just nothing could get... I couldn't hit. I couldn't wound. It was really bad. I don't blame Lord Tremendous. He's got flames and sparks shooting out all over him. I think he's got maybe 5 wounds left. He's not looking good right now. So here's my opponent's turn. The Hellbrute comes over towards Lord Tremendous. He's going to try to just murder him, and that's it for movement. He misses with his shooting phase. We go into assaults. His Hellbrute assaults Lord Tremendous, who overwatches. I hit needing 6s, wound, and do 4 more wounds to him through all my shots, killing the Hellbrute as he's trying to run into Lord Tremendous, effectively tabling my opponent, Lord Mother Effin' Tremendous.
You in my house, motherfucker!
And there it is. There's the end of the game. I got my Terminators, I got Lord Tremendous, I got a Zangor, and I got Ahriman. Everything else is dead. Everything. And honestly, this is exactly how I would expect a game against World Eaters to go, with more or less everything dead. Some crazy luck happened on my side, and that really helped me out a lot to get this victory, but it was a hard one victory. I needed a W. I hadn't had one in a while. I forgot what it felt like, so this wasn't terrible. This wasn't terrible, and it was great to see Lord Tremendous actually hitting and wounding again with his guns. Very, very fun game. Very, very close game. And I think the coolest part was when his Lord of Skulls exploded and cleared the middle of the table. But you know what? We'll get to the recap in a second, because this game is over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Alright, guys and gals, as you've just seen throughout this entire battle report, my army looks amazing! And if you know anything about me, you know I had nothing to do with it. I couldn't paint to save my life. Luckily, I have a friend named Big Tom from Big Tom Painting, and this guy paints unlike any artist you've ever seen. It's extraordinary. Look at the models. I mean, let the pictures speak for themselves. I've zoomed in on purpose to show you how great everything looks. This is all painted by him. Dude is a master. And if you want your models to look as good as this, if not better, then contact him. Send him an email. Tell him what you got. Tell him what you're looking for. And finally have models that you field proudly, as opposed to the shame, gray, and bare metal that you field now, you swine. Send Big Tom an email, get your stuff painted, and tell him Tremendous sent you. Thanks, guys. Well, everyone, this was a victory for Lord Tremendous. It's been a little while. I was able to table my opponent in turn 5. I lost everything except for Ahriman, Lord Mother Effin' Tremendous, 1 Zangor, and 2 Terminators. Which ain't terrible, but holy crap, the victory party will be held at the local 7-Eleven. So yeah, I'm done with the Demon Prince. That mother effer can sit on the godforsaken shelf of shame right next to Coco. The Rubric Marines, however, did amazing. They took on Assault Corn Unit, whatever the hell they were. They took out Berserkers. They took an explosion and ran away. I'm gonna add more Rubrics to this army. I'm gonna try to maybe have 3 one day. 3 units of them. Lord Tremendous is back. He's hitting again. Somebody cleaned off his view screen, which is awesome. And Ahriman even found his motivation when he clocked the Dark Apostle with his staff. Everything in my army really came together in this game, and I was very pleased. The defining moment of this game, though, in my opinion, was the Lord of Skulls exploding and clearing the field. That was awesome. I mean, it was devastating. I lost a lot of stuff. I lost way more than he did, but, well, I guess if you don't include the Lord of Skulls, that was really cool. The Betrayer, I love that models like that with those rules exist in the game. I really love that. It was just, he's so dangerous to everybody. Like I said, I love my Rubric Marines. They are amazing, and I'm really toying with adding a 3rd unit. With the Demon Prince being dropped from them, I definitely have some points to play with, so we'll see. We'll see what I do. And Corn characters scare the hell out of me. They are as devastating as they should be. Maybe even a little less so. Yeah. I think my opponent's list is really solid. I think I just got really, really lucky. I really do love playing against Sex Panther. He's a great opponent. He's a real cool guy to play against. It's really enjoyable to play against him. Really fun. This was a super close game right up until the last shot, and it was an epic matchup. Siege vs. Corn. How do you go wrong? Can't wait for the rematch. Thank you, Sex Panther. This was a ton of fun. That's gonna do it though, guys and gals. Battle Report number 15 is officially in the history books. Again, I am enjoying 40K. I am. It is a Games Workshop game. There's plenty of things I could gripe about, but overall, it is a solid game. It's a lot of fun. I do miss playing 9th Age. I really do. But unfortunately, it depends how you see it. My gaming group is currently just completely enamored with 40K. I've never seen more people at the store enjoying the same game. So for the time being, it's looking like 40K is going to be my main battle reports for a little while. I have not given up on 9th Age. It's just, it's not feasible for me to get games in right now. I will when I can, but just if you're looking for 9th Age content, it's coming eventually. Until then, please try to enjoy my other content, and there's a zillion other 9th Age battle reporters out there that do great content. If you need to know who any of them are, contact me in the comment section. I'll give you a slew of names. But as always, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. And as always, thank you.